And finally, Neptune. Perfect. A complete size comparison model of the planets made entirely out of food. It took hours, but it was worth it.
That is beautiful work, Brandon. You know, I've always liked Jupiter, but I had no idea it was so delicious. What? What? Jupiter. Neptune! Ow!
Hey there, I'm Lawson, and you look like you could use a little entertainment. So, I'm going to do something about that. Do you see this red and blue scarf? Ooh, well, not for long, because now it's green and yellow. Entertained? You should be. But I'm not stopping there. Nope. I have an extremely cool story for you from this girl Lena my cousin knows. Lena's mom is leaving for 3 days to help Aunt Chloe with her new baby. So, Lena and Dad have all kinds of fun things planned, like a movie marathon and upside down ping pong. But while they're eating dinner, Dad gets a text from work, an emergency text. Turns out he's gonna have to work all weekend? Lena's super disappointed, but Dad says she can play extra Marvin Wagon. So they stick the dinner dishes in the sink and get to work. Next morning's breakfast dishes go in the sink too. Also lunch and dinner. Lena tries to ignore the overflowing sink every time she comes into the kitchen for a snack. After all, filling the dishwasher is not on her chore chart, just unloading it. So, Lena gets back to the important stuff, like collecting as many silver mushrooms as she can. But by day 3, the sink is hard to ignore. In fact, it's threatening an avalanche. And this time, Lena can't look away. There's only one thing to do, because it's become a dish emergency. Lena rolls up her sleeves and gets down to business. She sorts, she rinses, she stacks, she scrubs, she dries, and as she puts the last dish away, she turns around again to see she has an audience. And Mom and Dad both turn to each other and say, "Did you tell her to do that?" And they both answer, "No." And Lena's like, "Well, somebody had to do it." And then they all do a 3-way high 15 and play upside down ping pong to celebrate. So kids, never get stuck in a dish avalanche. And do remember that initiative is seeing what needs to be done and doing it. Are you entertained? I thought so. So, see you next time. Catch you guys later. Ping pong. Get out of here. I missed that one. I missed that one too. Doesn't matter. I got the first 3. Bye.
Help me, God, to see what you see. You are doing a great work in me. I've decided I can't stand still. No, you have given me purpose. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you, for you. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. take up the call to serve you. You have given me a job to do. I wanna love the world just like you, yeah. You have given me purpose. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you, for you. All my heart is yours. All my life is yours. I will make a move for you. Make a move for you. Make a move, make a move, make a move for you. I will make a move, make a move, make a move for you. I will. Make a move.
Good day, space travelers! It is I, Jacob, and I'm here to take you to the very edge of the universe, or at the very least, the very edge of initiative. Initiative is seeing what needs to be done and doing it. Initiative is very important. Too often we see what needs to be done and we don't do it, usually because flashing red light? Red light? What could that mean? I'll have to check the space travel manual. Red light. Ah, red light. Computer malfunction alarm. To reset computer, press the blue button. Okay, good. Where was I? Yes. Initiative. I was saying that sometimes we see what needs to be done, but then we don't do it because a blue flashing light. Blue light, blue light, blue light, blue light. Clogged toilet. To unclog, press the orange button. That'll do the trick. Man, it's really hard to focus around here. What I was saying was, a flashing orange light? Okay. Orange light, orange light. In today's story, we'll hear more about Nehemiah rebuilding the wall around Jerusalem. A really difficult job. Orange light. Got it. Whew. I hope Nehemiah doesn't lose focus. Oh man, what could that alarm be? Oh, I just got a text message. See you in a few.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Nehemiah, chapters 2, 4, and 6.
When Nehemiah traveled to Jerusalem and surveyed the broken down walls, he saw immediately what had to be done.
We must rebuild.
God moved the hearts of the people to join him.
Let's get started!
But while the Jewish people were eager to repair the tumbled down walls and ruined gates, the people in the lands around them were not so thrilled.
What do they think they're doing?
A city with no walls stood open to attack. The people inside could never become a strong nation. The enemies of the Jews knew that if the wall of Jerusalem was rebuilt, the Jewish people might become a powerful enemy.
They must cease and desist.
Sanballat, a Horonite, and Tobiah, an official from Ammon, marched right up to the place where the people gathered to begin work.
Pathetic. What a ragtag group.
Why bother to even start? You shall never finish.
Plus, the king is gonna think you're trying to take over.
Nehemiah kept his cool.
The God of heaven will give us success. We serve him. So we'll start rebuilding the walls.
Good luck with that.
Nehemiah and the Israelites didn't need luck. They needed God's help. It was true that a few of the Jewish people were builders.
Let's see. We've got priests, nobles, goldsmiths, perfume makers, farmers, grape growers, shepherds, any stonemasons. Well, let's get organized.
Where he could, Nehemiah assigned each family group to work on a section of the wall closest to their home.
Eliashib, you and the other priests will rebuild the sheep gate. Then, work on the wall up to the Tower of the 100.
On it.
Hassanah's family, I want you to work on the fish gate, lay its beams, and repair the doors with metal bolts and bars.
We've got this.
Nehemiah continued to give each family or group a part of the wall to rebuild. Old and young, men and women, they put everything they had to gather the fallen stones and hewing beams. In a short time, the wall began to rise again.
Inconceivable.
Sanballat and Tobiah were shocked to see the Jews actually making progress. They would mock the work to anyone who would listen.
Do those Jews think they can make the wall new in a single day? Preposterous! The stones are all scattered and piled up like garbage.
Suppose an itty-bitty fox tried to climb up on that excuse for a wall. Ah! The whole thing would fall down.
Once again, Nehemiah ignored the heckling. Instead, he prayed as he worked.
God, please listen to our prayer. Some people hate us. They're saying bad things about us. Don't hide your eyes from their guilt.
With a burst of energy, the people worked even harder until the wall was half as high as it needed to be.
Preposterous!
Time for some action.
Tobiah and Sanballat began to plot with the surrounding nations to attack Jerusalem before the wall could be finished.
We must set guards, day and night.
Even with guards in place, enemies threatened, and the Jews were exhausted.
There's rubble everywhere, and our enemies say that no matter where we are, they'll attack.
Nehemiah refused to be distracted. He stationed families at the weakest parts of the walls, armed with swords, spears, and bows.
Don't be afraid. Fight for your families.
From that day, everyone carried their weapons, even as they worked.
If you hear the sound of the trumpet, run to join us. God will fight for us.
Nehemiah and the Jews worked from the very first light of sunrise until the stars came out at night. At last, the wall itself was finished.
It's full height. All the gaps are filled.
Yeah!
But we can't rest yet. The entrance gate still must be repaired.
Sanballat was furious, but he had another play to make. So he sent a message to Nehemiah, who was working high on the wall.
Sanballat says, "Come, let's talk with one another. Let's meet in one of the villages on the plain of Ono."
Oh no, I don't think so.
Nehemiah knew perfectly well they were planning to harm him, but he stayed focused on the work and sent his own messenger to Sanballat.
Nehemiah says, I am working on a huge project. Why should the work stop while I leave it? Why should I go down and talk with you?
Inconceivable! Try again.
5 times Sanballat sent messages. He even threatened to tell the Persian king that Nehemiah was trying to make himself king.
Tell Sanballat you're just making that up.
Oh, I'll have to send another message.
Time for a new strategy.
Sanballat made one last desperate attempt. He hired a man named Shemaiah to make Nehemiah look bad with his own people.
Nehemiah, some men are coming at night to kill you. Let's go hide in the temple and lock the doors.
Nehemiah knew that God had not sent Shemaiah.
Should a man like me run away? No, I won't go.
Once again, Nehemiah saw through the tricks of his enemies. Instead of hiding away and looking foolish, he trusted God and doubled down on the work. On the 52nd day of work, the wall and gates were finished.
No!
The wall had been finished in record time by a group of ordinary, everyday people. It was clear to everyone that God had helped Nehemiah and the Jews stay focused and finish strong.
Can't talk now, gotta focus. Sorry about that. It's so easy to get distracted sometimes, isn't it? I mean, you probably don't get distracted by alarms and flashing lights, but there are a lot of things that can distract you. When you're supposed to be focusing on homework, you might get distracted by the TV or the internet. When you're supposed to be cleaning your room, you might end up playing with your toys. When you're supposed to be listening to your teacher, you're making funny faces at your friends. We get distracted by our stuff, by other people, even by our own thoughts and worries. There's so many things fighting for our focus. It can be overwhelming. I mean, look at Nehemiah. He was rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem. He had enemies on the outside and people fighting with each other on the inside. It would have been so easy for him to get distracted, but he stayed focused. I mean, look at Jesus. There were a lot of things that could have distracted Jesus from doing what he came here to do. But he stayed focused on what was most important, saving the world and making it possible for us to have a relationship with God. Staying focused isn't always easy, but when you focus, you can get things done quicker and better. So, the one thing to remember today is this: stay focused on what needs to be done. If you need help, take a minute or two to talk to God before you have something you need to focus on, and try to steer clear of the things that can distract you. I'm putting you on silent, and when in doubt, consult the Space Travel Manual, if you have one. What do all the lights mean? All the lights, all the lights, all the lights, all the lights. Oh. Dance party.
Welcome to the So and So Show. I'm Brandon.
I'm John.
And we're here to
Get it done! That's right, no more episodes of us meandering around, having no clue what's coming next.
Yeah, as much fun as it is to watch us smack ourselves in the face repeatedly until something funny happens, those days are over.
Right.
Yeah, we've got something new. A cue board!
Woo! Isn't it beautiful? With this puppy, we will no longer get distracted and run down some weird and ridiculous rabbit hole. Hey, can you imagine a puppy running down a rabbit hole? That would be
We
so
will stay
cute, wouldn't it?
focused and on task
Oh.
so we can...
Get it done!
Oh! What is that?
I don't know. I think. Oh, it's an emergency alert notification. My bad.
No, wait, aren't you going to read it?
Well, we're in the middle of a show.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it could be something important.
Oh, okay. Emergency weather alert.
Tornadoes.
No! A comet has been spotted that is potentially headed directly to hit planet Earth.
Oh no, when?
In the year 2332.
Oh. You got to be kidding me. What kind of notification is that?
Maybe they just wanted us to, have plenty of heads up.
I'd say so.
Let's get back to the board.
Oh, yeah. So we did the funny opening.
Okay.
Now we just have to... Oh! What is it?
Sorry, man. Another emergency. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Redheads are going extinct?
Why?
They say less babies are born with red hair every year. Except that it's improbable that they will ever go completely extinct. So, nothing to be worried about. What?
Okay.
Let's play a game.
Okay, right. It's time to play a game called Bowls Up.
So, how do we play this game?
I'm glad you asked. Your challenge is to answer as many trivia questions as you can while balancing a bowl of spaghetti on your head.
Spaghetti.
On our heads?
If your opponent gets a question right, you have to ladle sauce on your spaghetti while it's still on your head.
What?
Ready? Bowls up.
Ah! What now?
Pollen alert. The pollen count is 1.
The pollen count is 1. How is that an emergency?
Better safe than sorry, man.
Put the spaghetti on your head.
We're ready.
Question 1. What are Saturn's rings made of?
Ice and rock.
Correct. Sauce it up.
Man.
Oh!
Silence your phone.
And miss out on the latest. What?
What?
My mom just liked one of my photos.
John, seriously, your phone is being...
Question 2.
Oh!
What is the name of the North Star?
Polaris.
Correct. Sauce it up.
Are you doing this on purpose?
I am not. Oh, gotta get my steps in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 5,000. All right. Done. Oh.
Give me that.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Give it to me.
Question 3.
No.
What lies in between Mars and Jupiter?
The main... Ah!
The main asteroid belt.
That is correct. John wins.
Aren't you gonna sauce?
Fine.
Sorry about all the alarms from my phone, Brandon.
It's fine. You know what?
Oh, thank you.
I shouldn't let stuff like that distract me. It's all so unimportant. Wait, what was that last alarm for?
Oh!
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys! Ooh, nice cue board.
We thought it might help us
Get it done.
I'm guessing it hasn't gone well.
We keep getting distracted.
I get it. Taking initiative and seeing something through to the end, it can be tough.
But you have a Bible story that might help?
I do, and it has to do with Nehemiah and his people rebuilding the wall around Jerusalem. I'm gonna need some help though. Are you guys up for it?
You bet.
And how?
Then let's have a little fun with Human Head Puppet Theater!
Yeah!
The walls of Jerusalem were burned and broken. So Nehemiah took the initiative to gather some people together to repair them.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out.
Yeah, you tell him, Nehemiah. You tell him what we're gonna do.
Yeah, okay, thanks. We got lots of work to do. We are going to repair this wall. God will be with us.
That's right. You tell him, Nehemiah.
I am telling them.
Okay, you keep doing it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He said, yeah.
Nehemiah had a plan to rebuild the wall, and the people were motivated to help get it done. But not everyone around Jerusalem was excited for this new wall, especially a guy from nearby Samaria named Sanballat.
What does this guy think he is? He waltzes in here like he owns the joint. No respect. No, he thinks he's gonna rebuild the walls. There's not gonna be some sort of retribution. Don't make me laugh. I don't like to laugh. Isn't that right, Tobiah? Huh? Isn't that right, kitty?
First, Sanballat did have a friend named Tobiah, but he was not a cat. Second, I think it is safe to say Sanballat was a scary dude, and he did not like Nehemiah. And when the news got back to Nehemiah that Sanballat didn't like him repairing the wall, it did not change Nehemiah's mind one bit.
So apparently, Sanballat and his guys don't like us and don't like what we're trying to do.
Sanballat, Schmanballat.
That's right. They expect us to be shaking in our boots like this. But we ain't gonna do it.
No, we ain't.
No. We've already built half this wall, and there ain't nothing stopping us from finishing it.
No. Ha!
When he heard how quickly the wall was being built, Sanballat was very, very angry.
I'm not a happy man. And when I'm not happy, I like to play the violin. Gets my mind off things. But if Nehemiah keeps repairing that wall, we'll go to war. And I'll bring the violin.
Yeah, no, Sanballat did not play the violin, but he did want to fight. The people were constantly turning to God for help, and they continued to work. Half the people held spears and shields to protect themselves from attack, while the other half worked on the wall. Some even worked with one hand and held a weapon in the other.
Listen, I know you're tired and you're scared. Hey, but the Lord is great and powerful. He will fight for us. We got nothing to fear.
I think I'd feel better if I had some water.
Oh, here you go. Is that better?
Much.
Good.
God was with the people, and they weren't attacked. They were almost finished rebuilding the wall when Sanballat got desperate.
We don't like this Nehemiah, do we, Tobiah? No. He thinks this thing is over. It ain't over. I'm going to invite Nehemiah to have a talk. It's hard to do air quotes with this tiny hands. When I say talk, I mean I'm going to invite Nehemiah to... I'm going to make him an offer that he might find reasonable. Kind of like you, all right? Tobiah and sardines. Tobiah, you never say no to sardines, do you? You like those sardines.
So Sanballat sent Nehemiah a message to arrange a meeting where they could talk. But Nehemiah, he saw straight through it.
I ain't going. You tell Sanballat that I'm working on a huge project, so I can't get away. This is important work. We're gonna finish this wall.
Yeah, who's shaking now, Sanballat?
Yeah, he's shaking now.
No matter what Sanballat threw at Nehemiah, Nehemiah didn't falter. He saw what needed to be done, and he did it. He didn't get distracted because he understood how important the job was. The end. What do you think, fellas?
I don't know if I could have kept building the wall with all those distractions around me.
Me neither. Yeah, but sometimes it helps to remind myself that what I'm doing is important. What we're doing is important, John. Right, Kellen?
Definitely. Sometimes it's a little silly, but we get the job done. Now, if you'll excuse me,
guess it's time to reveal the question. What distracts you from doing what needs to be done?
Obviously, phones are a big distraction. I gotta put you on silent.
Thank you.
Silent. Silent!
And I've got to quit letting things that don't matter get in the way of doing what's important. What about you? What distracts you from doing what needs to be done?
Hey! Hey, we did it! We did it! We got through the show!
All right!
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, now we just need to prep for next week.
Well then, let's get it done! See you next week on the So-and-So Show!
Hi, okay, how do you want to start?
I don't know. What do we got? What do we got? What are the options?
We can do the funny opening.
Okay, do the funny opening.
All right, that's usually a good way to start.
Yeah, usually funny's good.
All right.
Funny is good.
Let's see.
Do someone,
yeah!
Someone who knows stuff about horses.
Oh, that would be super.
Yeah, that goes great with.
Or we could have, Mr. Ed.
Oh yeah, talking horse would be perfect.
We could get it straight from the, Mr. Ed's mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
They'll never see it coming.
No, they won't.
It will leave them wanting more.
That's right. The age-old theater trope. Leave them wanting more.
Right.
Is it a trope or is it a saying?
It's an adage.
What we're doing with the horses.